In addition to taking your kids to the doctor and stocking up for school lunches, one of the best ways to help your children get ready to go back to school is to create a love of reading. Kendra Smiley of Southwest Human Development is here now to tell us why it's so important and how to make it happen. You and I were talking, and I just love all of these creative ideas you've come up with, but you say it's important that we develop a reading routine. Why is that?
Reading routines create predictability and stability in a child's life. So, for example, one of the ways that we help support parents in teaching their children early literacy skills is by telling them to refer to the 3 B's, which would be bath, book, and bed. So what that does is once that routine is established, children then will ask their children, it's time to read the book, and then that will help instill having books shared on a daily basis.
I love that, the 3 B's, bath, book, bed. It's, you know, kids can start getting into that habit of getting, you know, hey, I know it's bedtime, I take my bath, I read a great book. And you also say that it's important that we have some kind of, get kids interested, and you've got some really clever ideas on doing that. So how do we engage them in wanting to pick up a book?
So one thing that I think is really important for parents to understand, that when sharing books with their children, it isn't necessarily about reading the book from cover to cover. It's about talking about the pictures. It's about engaging their children around the book. So for example, when sharing a book with a child, you could make a at-home prop, like a puppet, and as they're reading the book, they can use the prop as a way to get the child excited about reading it.
And that's so cute, because then they can help make the puppet as well, and then the puppet becomes kind of a part of that routine. Okay,
Absolutely.
That's really fun. And what else? What about, like you said, singing with the child?
So singing and dancing is another way to help build a child's vocabulary, because what we know is that when children enter kindergarten with larger vocabularies, they're better prepared when it comes time to reading. So some of the ways that we can help build a child's vocabulary, for example, is taking a book like this and then having a prop along with it. So as they're reading the book, the child can then take the prop and the parent can say, find the cow or find the tractor. So it's also about using expanding words like the red, so descriptive words to help build their vocabulary, to make it more engaging.
And this is being more like a little, like they're looking for it, like
exactly.
I spy a cow in that field. Oh,
yes.
How fun. And again, another way to build the craft as well, because the kids can help make some of these fun props.
Yes.
And you know, we often as parents, we struggle because whether you have a preschooler maybe, or a kindergartner just starting to read, or one who's older and maybe has lost some confidence in reading, how do we build that back?
Absolutely. So a really great way to help build your child's confidence around reading books is set them up to be successful. So have them choose books that interest them, because then if they're reading a book or you're sharing a book with them that they're interested in, they're going to be more engaged in that story time.
And you talk about wonderful ways of storytelling. I mean, storytelling is happening all day long, right? It's not when we necessarily pick up a book.
Absolutely.
How can we kind of develop that throughout the day with our children?
So all of us are busy going from the bank to the grocery store to all sorts of activities. If parents have a ready-to-read bag, such as this over here, what they can do is they can take those props out during the day while they're waiting, and they can start sharing a book. They can take out reading utensils and things that can help engage their children to help get them excited about building their vocabulary and getting ready for school.
I love that, a ready reading bag. That is so much fun. Well, we've learned the 3 B's, we've learned a ready reading bag, all of this information so useful, especially as we head back to class. We have put a lot of this information and a whole lot more on SonoranLiving.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.